What's up, people? It's your boy Ironik here, aka DJ Ironik. And right now, you're rocking with the DJ Illatek, the illest DJ. Make sure you stay tuned. Peace.
Right, okay, we're right here. It's myself, DJ Illatek, Mr. Ironic.
How you doing, sir?
What's going on, sir?
All good, good to see you.
Now, what's happening with you, man? Everything good today?
Yeah, I'm happy right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit depressing outside, the weather, you know, but I'm feeling really good. I'm drinking coffee.
It's all good?
Yeah, it's all good.
So no New Year's resolution for you, no coffee or Red Bull or anything like that?
No, I try not to do resolutions. I don't stick to them.
Because they don't work, right?
They don't work. People say them for the fun of it. I feel like if I'm gonna do a resolution, I won't just do it on just because of New Year's. I just do it because I want to do it, you know.
Just for whatever.
Yeah.
Now, last time I saw you was at Wireless, 2009.
Yeah.
And that's when I had a quick chat with you then. And that at that point in your career, you were riding high off the Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, I think that was,
and Elton. And I think I remember one of the questions I asked you then was, you know, what's been the biggest point of your career so far? And you're like, obviously, it's the Elton John thing.
Elton John, yeah.
Now that we're 2011.
What's been the biggest since then?
What's going on?
I mean, there's been obviously quite a few. I've released 2 records, I think, since then. I had the Falling in Love record with Jessica Lowndes. But really, since then, since I last saw you, I think I've just been finishing my album and working on this brand new album that I've got. So
now, the new album is kind of a step in a different direction for you.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think it's just bigger and better, you know. I've progressed as an artist. I've experienced a lot since my last album. You know, it's been like a year and a half. Obviously, my lifestyle's changed from, you know, just starting out being an unsigned artist to now, obviously, being a mainstream artist, having an album out already, having hit records. So I've experienced a lot. I've had a lot more to write about. I've had ups, I've had downs, I've had, you know, so I think it's just a stepping stone for me. I've just progressed as an artist, and you can just hear all my stories in my life on this record. So
see, they always say that the best MCs are the ones who got something to talk about, who got experience. So that's why I don't know, maybe it's not a right comparison, but people like Jay-Z and that, they've experienced so much in their lives, they've got stuff to talk about.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of my experience that I'm talking about is just as of recent, you know, since everything's changed, since my lifestyle's changed, because, you know, I had quite a good upbringing and stuff like that. I went to a good school, so, you know, I didn't really have loads and loads to talk about. The only thing I did have to talk about was girls a lot on my last album, whereas this one's a bit more different. You got different, like Killed Me. It's a different record. It's not about girls and, you know, falling in love with girls and stuff like that. So yeah,
because it's kind of like that when I listen to previews of it and that, it kind of seems like your writing style has changed a little bit. It's gone to a new level, and it seems more reflective to me.
Yeah, exactly. Very reflective. That's the right word to describe it. And I think I've progressed. You know, when I first started out, I mean, Stay With Me, I recorded that in my bedroom. You know, them records I recorded in my bedroom, I was just messing around and making music because I loved doing it. And I never expected it to be a massive hit record in the top 5 in the charts. So I think now I've took it much more serious. I've watched the game a lot. I've watched the other artists that have came through since I have, the Chipmunks, the Tinchies, and, you know, I've learned a lot from them guys, you know.
So the new single's coming out March 13th.
March 14th.
You've gone for an artist who's got a great voice.
Very
McLean,
great, yeah.
You know, great singing talent. How did that kind of collaboration come about?
I mean, I've worked with McLean for the last 2 to 3 years. He was on my first album. He was on a song called I Love You and also a song called Mum. And I've been a big fan of McLean from before when he was called Digger. Yeah, and he had a song called Broken. I mean, that was when I first
Broken was a banger.
That was one of my favorite tunes for about a year, and I fell in love with his voice from then. So, and I mean, I just think he's got a great voice, and it was only right to have him on this new album. And we come together again for this song, and, you know, we let our emotions out, and I think it's just a great record, man. Epic sounding record. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I like that word, epic.
Yeah, that's the only way I like to describe it. I was kind of describing it in other words, and I thought, you know, we've got a 20-piece orchestra on this record. You know, we've had Jack Daly master it, who's done, you know, Jay-Z's work, Lenny Kravitz, and we're just trying to make it sound as epic as possible. And obviously McLean's vocals just make it sound, you know. So I think that's the right word to describe it. Yeah.
Wicked, man. Now tell us about the album. What kind of producers? Who have you got featuring on it? Give us the lowdown.
Well, we've got the Jack Daly, who I said who's mastering the album and mixing it in New York. And producer-wise, I've been working with a lot of the people that I worked with on my first album. So I've kind of kept it the same team for both albums. Obviously, I'm having McLean on this one, and Jessica Lowndes on this album, and a few more collaborations. I'm not allowed to mention any yet, but
yeah.
Hopefully that'll be great. So yeah, it's looking good. 95% done.
So you said that you spent probably year and a half kind of putting this album together.
Yeah, about a year and a half. Yeah, I recorded this record last Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So
it takes a little bit of time, right, to get the things together. I mean, you've been jetting around, right?
Yeah,
You've been
at the same time,
places.
I've been recording and I've been still doing shows and I've been handling my life. You know, I mean, I think that if you want something to be perfect, you need to perfect it. A lot of people are like, I think it's great. I see people on the streets like, it's ironic. We need some new music. We need some new music. And I love that. I love that people are just waiting for new music. And I tell them I'm perfecting what I've got. You know, I don't want to just put it out for the fun of it. You know, this is really, for me, this is like my first album because it's, you know, 100%.
Was it easier this time around? Because obviously you've done it before, so kind of everything's not a new experience for you. You know, walking into studios, working with big producers, big artists.
Actually, it's quite harder.
Yeah.
You got a lot to think about, and especially at the same time, you're sitting in the studio. Well, Tiny Temper's got a #1 out there with a great sounding record.
Yeah.
Chipmunk's got a #1 with a great sounding record. You know, so you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I need to, you know, these guys are killing it while I'm sitting in the studio. I need to step up. You know, so it's kind of hard because you got so many people around you having success at the same time. You need to always kind of keep it at a certain level, you know. But it's good. It's good fun. Music's fun. That's what it's about, man. So.
Yeah, man. Now the charts right now is like, I think it's a unique position for the charts at the moment because it's just blowing up. Everyone's getting through. You know, some have even said that it's kind of easy to get through in some ways. You know, if you've got the right sound and you've got the right background in terms of what you've been doing, especially like people who've gone from the grime scene, the underground scene.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to ask you is that we've seen the way music's been in the past 10, 20, 30 years, and music always goes in cycles.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that right now is kind of the way it's going to be is it's time to get as much money as you can, get them #1s, get them platinums before the bubble bursts, and we've got to go back to...
I mean, people,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everyone has their way of thinking. Some people think that. Some people I want that #1. I want that. My way of thinking, I've never thought like that. I don't make music for the money and for the #1s. I've always made music because I loved it. You know, I'm not in it for the business. I'm in it for the love. If people want to buy into it, people buy into it. My main thing is people listening to it and liking it, and that's what I've always been about. I mean, every song I've recorded in my bedroom has about 1 million views on YouTube, and that to me is kind of a bit more important to me than me having that a #3 record, you know. But I always say I'd rather have about 20 top 40 records or top 20 records than one #1. I just want to keep it consistent, you know what I mean? But, you know, everything that comes with it, the hits, the money, that's just a blessing that comes with it, I believe. So, you know, I just make music. People enjoy it, they enjoy it. But, yeah.
Do you think this current trend is going to continue in terms of everyone breaking out into the charts?
Yeah, I think, you know, the more success there is, the more it's going to open doors for people, you know. I mean, I had a hit, I had hit records, and then Tingy came through, I had hit records, and then Chip came through, I had hit records, N-Dubs, and now Tiny Temper. I think it's just good that it's keeping it moving, you know, and there's more artists breaking through every time, so, yeah.
In terms of, now you moved around a lot with your album and you did things in different places, you know, you recorded in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
But how is it different compared to last time?
Well, last time it was